Hello, hello, hello. There we go. Hey, guess what? I'm live. He's live right now. How's everyone doing today? How's everyone doing? There we go. Get the fan going. And turn the music down a little bit for me. There we go. How's everyone doing today? How is everyone doing today? Ooh, don't want to lose that spring. Oh no, oh no. Ah. There we go. Okay, desk is a mess because I was working on stuff yesterday and haven't had a chance to clean it up, and instead of being productive this morning, I went flying. I took my tiny whoop out. It is way too cold and way too windy to be flying this outside, but guess what? Did it anyways. Because I've been waiting like a week to fly that thing. How's everyone doing? So today, should be a relatively relaxing stream if all goes well. We are wrapping up the SecKit SK Cube. This should be the last build stream. We may do a follow-up after action stream where we kind of like put the panels on it and just kind of hang out and chat about it. But we have a few minor things to wrap up on it first. And then that's pretty much it for the build. Show the drone video? Yeah, show it. Pull it up here while I talk. We have a few minor things. We have to play with some belt tension stuff. The last stream, if you don't know, last stream we got it moving. It powers up, it homes, it moves. But we had an issue where the belts seemed to be like skipping. So we're gonna have to play around with belt tension. And we got to do our PIDs and all that fun stuff, but we should be good to go for our first print. So yeah, this is at the park this morning. I brought like 7 batteries. I only flew like 3 because my hands were freezing. And this is my first time flying this for more than like 10 seconds before crashing into a wall. So it was way too windy this morning. When I dropped the little guy off at school, there was like no wind. So I'm like, cool, I'll go home, I'll charge up the batteries, and then I'll go to the park. And yeah, no, it got gusty. It got really gusty. So it'd be like fine, and then it would be gusty. And you could tell where the gusts are if you watch the video. But yeah, this is a Mobula 7, which is, it's this guy. With the battery, it weighs like 30 grams. It weighs nothing. So any gust of wind, I think I get hit by a gust here. Yeah, I was like overcorrecting. Slid down the slide though. And the good thing is it's so light you can smash it into everything and it don't care because it weighs nothing. Like I crashed into myself just to see and it does nothing. It's literally like 30 grams. Here's my attempt at a power loop with it. It went about as well as you expect. But the park is like 200 by 200 meters and this thing has ELRS and it's got a 400 milliwatt VTX. So like I flew it out. I didn't, because I didn't record one of my flights. I forgot to hit the DVR. I flew it all the way to the other side of the park and that's like 200 meters. So the other corner. So not this corner, like the corner like over here. And it's like 200 meters and it had no connection issues at all. It just flew. So, but see how long it took me to get out there? Now watch when I turn around. And I'm giving it the same amount of throttle. But I'm coming back a lot quicker, and that's which way the wind is blowing. There's some guy walking his dogs, which luckily didn't attack me. Because I know Coda does not like this. I can't, this is like meant to fly inside. I can't fly this inside. Coda does not like this thing inside. Yeah. So, it was cold. It was cold. I flew 3 batteries. I'm like, I'm done. And then what else? What else? These came in. So for the CNC, you need, for my fancy spindle, you need 0 to 10 volt, because it doesn't run, the spindles don't run off PWM. The BLDC spindle doesn't run off PWM, it runs off 0 to 10 volt, which is like a thing in CNC machines. So I got some converters, those came in, so we can talk to it. But I need to wait for the mount to come in, so that'll be a future upgrade. What else? Some stuff for the whoop, some BT 2.0 connectors, because All my homies hate pH 2.0. And then I got a new tip for the TS100 to try. I've got the, which tip is this? The D24 tip. So it's that tip. So it's more of a, it's like a blade tip, but it's more dull. Like it's not a sharp blade. Because right now I normally use the BC2 tip, because this is the one that came with it. And it works, focus. It works okay, but I'm finding for like pins and whatnot, it's not the greatest. It's good for like big pads and wires, but I'm thinking trying something like a DC24, maybe a little bit better for certain things. So we'll swap it out and see how it goes. That's not the right one. Where's my allocator? Early stream, no notification. Make sure you ring the bell. Ring the bell for for proper notifications. So give this a try, because we're gonna have to do some soldering in the future, because chatted with a few people and got things arranged. We are gonna be doing a 3D printed quadcopter as a video in the future. Got the parts ordered and whatnot, so we're doing a variant on the Nano Long Range, and we're gonna be trying out some different printed parts and whatnot, see how different filaments fare. Got some test pieces here, but I gotta get a vacuum set up on the CNC as well, because I'm gonna have to machine some carbon fiber as well. So that's gonna be fun. So yeah. So I think we're ready to get into this. So let's power this up and see where we left off. So I did do a little bit of cable management on last week's members stream. So it's not what I would call perfect, but it's better than it was before. It's managed, but it's not, you know, managed, if that makes sense. So basically, I had planned, and I was hoping to be able to do this, because I have some standoffs. Where are they? So I've got these like 35mm brass standoffs that I bought ages ago for a project that I never ended up doing. And the plan was I would use one of these sheets of ABS, you know, ABS panel. I would mount the standoffs to the back plate, and then I would put this over it. So it wouldn't be like a box, but at least it would prevent, you know, fingers from getting at it, and you would still get airflow from the side. The problem is these standoffs aren't tall enough. They're like 3 mil too short, and I would be hitting the top of the heat sinks on the drivers. So it was a good idea, but it ain't gonna work. Can I say the stiffer the printer frame, the better, or it needs something to give? Oh, for quadcopters, you want stiff. There's a reason these guys are made with carbon fiber. There's a reason these are carbon fiber. You want the stiffest frame. The problem is with, like, it doesn't scale. So like a 5-inch quadcopter printed is dumb. Small little tiny whoops like these, it kind of makes a little sense. These are injection molded frames, but the smaller sizes, it kind of makes a bit more sense. 3-inch, which is what we're going to be building, is kind of like in the mid ground, where we'll actually see different plastics behave differently. But this is going to be a 2S 3-inch. This thing I would never do in PLA, because this thing does 90+ miles an hour, and that would be stupid to do at a PLA. Because you hit the ground, it will just explode. Versus carbon fiber, which it doesn't always explode. Print to cover. We may. I'm just gonna leave it for now, and we'll fiddle with it later. But let's get it powered up, and we got to go through and do a little bit of finalization on the setup. I don't know where I'm gonna put this Wi-Fi antenna. I'm just gonna kind of stick it like it doesn't go far enough. Let's stick it there for now. There we go. Because I do have some extensions. I think I have some UFL extensions. I do. Not 200, only 90 miles an hour. I do have some UFL extensions, but I could do that, and then I could screw this on top. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll just put that there for now. The only thing I'm worried about is this is ACM, which is aluminum, so it's metal, so it may affect the how good it transmits, but we'll be fine. Power on. It's alive. Cool. Okay, so while that's booting up, I'll give you a reminder. Every stream, we give away a spool of filament from Polymaker. And this stream, well, guess what? It's no different. So if you want your chance to win a spool of Polymaker filament, link in the description. So enter for your chance. We do the draw at the end of the stream, which it's the early stream, so 2 p.m. at the latest. It may be earlier depending on how things go. So yeah, I gotta find some VTX because I got mains voltage exposed on this because of this heater, and I don't know where I gotta go buy some more red gasket sealant. Okay, let's connect this thing. Did I save the IP address? Printers. Duet? No, that is the CNC machine. Okay, I did not save my information. Okay, where are you at? Where are you at? Where's my IP for this thing? There you go. Copy, paste, boop, 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 boop. Duet web control. There we go. Add you to the list. Huzzah! Look, we have things that do things. Okay, so it does home, but if you remember, it doesn't home gracefully. Let's put you over here. So like it's a little skippy, and I don't know if it's I think it's the belts or what, but I think that's the issue. It just feels. Also, we got some racking we got to deal with. So we're gonna have to tighten these belts up. I have no way to really adjust the belt tension with this setup. I can't adjust it by moving the motors, I believe. Yeah, I can move the motors. So we're gonna have to loosen the motors up and play with belt tension because we do have some racking here, and that racking is preventing the side that hits the end stop from hitting first. So we got to fix some racking, and then that's not the IP address. And then we gotta make sure these belts are properly tensioned to hopefully fix our issue with it juddering around, because you don't want that doing that when you're printing. Okay, let's get you unplugged because you're just gonna drag all over the place. And there we go. Okay, so yeah. Just feels weird. Like the motion, it's like, I don't know if that's something to do with these drivers or something on the belt path not being hunky-dory. It just seems kind of like it's not. It's like there's give to it. It's weird. It's kind of weird. I don't know. Huh. Okay, well, let's get these tightened. Let's get these tightened. Because it wasn't doing that before we put the belts on. So, could it be the motor steps? Well, the motors are off right now. The motors are off. So. This is gonna be annoying. It's gonna have to hold that. Out of center tooth pulley. I'd hope not. I'd hope not, because these are all brand new like things. But it could be. I do have spare pulleys. Like if we got to swap out pulleys, we can. I've got spare pulleys. So let me double check. Yeah, that's engaged on the tooth. And that's engaged. So they are engaged on the flat. So we got that there. That's good. Okay, I need something to pull this tight. Pulley off center, the nut behind the wheel. Nut behind the wheel? What nut behind the wheel? Go. Okay, that's nice and tight. We gotta do the other one. What are your thoughts on servo motors based printers? Personally, waste of money. Waste of money. Why do you want a servo? Why do you want a servo? Why do you want to use a servo over a NEMA 17 and TMC, modern TMC quiet drivers? Why do you want a servo? Is there an open loop? Yeah, these are NEMA 17s with the MKS board on it to make them servos, but they're not like real servos. Concentric cramp. Yeah, concentricity has been a thing that, remember, your drive gear has to, oh, wow, am I really washed out on the camera today? Am I really washed out? Let me turn back. There we go. The ID or the OD of your stepper motor shaft and the ID of the thing that fits over it, there needs to be play there for them to fit. Now you can have a slip fit or a ring fit where they're nice and tight, but once you get, you know, machining tolerance of, you know, random Chinese BMG gears, you're probably gonna have a little bit of slop there. And then once you tighten those set screws, well, you're gonna have concentricity. It happens all the time. So just a thought, it's overboard. Exactly, that's the thing. Like, okay, do you want servos because of how fast they go? Well, a NEMA 14 driven Voron V0 can outrun pretty much every hot end on the market if you print with like thicker layers. So NEMA 17s can already drive pretty much any printer faster than the hot end can extrude. Okay, so the speed doesn't matter, right? You're going too fast. Lost step detection. Well, just tune your printer right and run it at reasonable speeds. These machines right here, I can't remember the last time I had a layer shift due to a lost step because it just lost a step. They just don't, because I run them at tuned voltages and amps and slicer profiles that are designed and tested to run reliably. So there's that. Oh, well, if I hit something, well, this isn't a YouTuber trying to sell you a product. I'm not hitting my tool head with a hammer while it's printing going, see, it doesn't lose steps. My printer is just printing. So if I hit a print and it causes it to skip a step, if your print is warping to the point where you're hitting it hard enough to lose a step, odds are the print is trash. Start over, redo your settings, adjust things. Because if your print's warping to that degree where it's hitting your tool head is hitting it hard enough, one, you're probably gonna knock it off the bed, or at least cause it to somewhat come off the bed, and then the rest of the print's gonna look like Garbo, or the print's warped all hell, and it's gonna look like Garbo. So you're solving issues you shouldn't be having in the first place by going to a servo. Also, you could buy a crap ton of Polymaker filament with the money you're saving. So if you're looking to do that, link in the description. So yeah, servos in 3D printing are waste of money in my opinion. Complete waste of money. It could be argued maybe on the extruder it could be somewhat more viable because of the increased accuracy and resolution, maybe, but it's very diminishing return. We're very much at the point of high amounts of diminishing return when it comes to improvements with 3D printing right now. Like, yeah. Did you manufacture this frame? This is a kit. This is a kit. This is the SecKit SK Cube kit. I did not manufacture this kit. I built it. I built the print. I assembled it, but I did not do any, like, I don't have a sheet metal stamping machine, unfortunately. It'd be awesome to, but alas, I do not. I've got my little 3018-ish CNC in the garage, and that's about it. Okay. So, how do I tune my belts? I feel. I don't have no printed gauge. I don't use a... I just kind of get a feel of it. Kind of get used to it over time. And these are also much thicker belts. These are, what are they, 10 mil belts? Where I'm used to like the 6 mil. So these are much thicker belts. Okay. What's the price threshold? Well, how cheap can you get a servo? Like NEMA 17s you get for $10, $15. Good quality NEMA 17s, LDO, OMC Stepper Online. You can get good NEMA 17s, $10, $15, depending on the size. Don't quote me on that. It's been a while since I've actually looked up stepper motor prices, but I remember $10, $15 is not a lot of money. And then also, most servos, you can't drive them with TMC. So you're going to need a standalone driver for that, which not all controller boards support. Not all, you know, like it's... Okay, that's a lot stiffer for sure. Okay. We are way racked. Holy hell, are we racked on this? Okay, how am I... Everything's straight on this. How do I de-rack that? How do I de-rack this? Because I got... Where are my adjustment points on this for de-racking? Like I can... I'm out a good country mile on this for racking. Let me see here. Wow, that is way out. That is way out to lunch. Yeah, so this is what you don't want to see. See how when I move in the gantry, the tool head's moving? That means something's not lining up right. So I gotta loosen all these. This is all like, let me loosen these belts. Redo this whole thing. I'm not liking this. Loosen you right off. Okay, so these belts no longer in play. Okay. So there we go. Okay, so now the racking is gone. Oh, it's slightly gone. Okay. So, oop, and it fell off. That ain't good. The belt fell off. so this belt's got to be tighter. This belt's got to be tighter to pull that over. Okay. So let's play around with this and get our racking sorted out. Is everything on the same level? Put that up there. Make sure all our belts are good, because you want to make sure, you really want to double check setups like these that you're not accidentally riding a belt on the lip. You really don't want it to be. A good trick is to cut both belts equally so that they're the equal length. So when you pull through the excess is the same, and that allows you to make sure they're tensioned equally, because you have the, you know, on a perfect Core XY system, both belt runs should be exactly the same length. So if you cut both belts to exactly the same length and you have the exact same amount of extra hanging off the end, you should, in paper, in theory, be equal. Okay. So what I like to do is tension them to the point where I think they're okay. And what you could do is just in a place where the belts are equal, just kind of pull on them, and you can kind of get a feel. Like, this is much looser than this. I could tell that, and that's the top belt. But when I tighten that up, we lose racking. So, okay, those in the middle, right about there. Yeah, those feel about the same. So get it kind of close. It's still doing that constant. It's still doing the. Yeah, see, it's still doing that. Sometimes a little bit of it you can kind of just work out with. Yeah, I'm really not liking that. That is really funky. You could, like, I'm exaggerating with my motion, but you could, it's like easy to move, and then a hard spot, easy to move, hard spot. It's, something's not moving right. Something is not gelling. Something is not right with this system, and I don't know what. Because I checked all the bearings. All the bearings move freely. We got equal length, pretty much. No, this one's much longer. If I tighten this up more, we get crazy racking. Yeah. So that's that. Let's try this again. So let's tighten this up. Just tighten the top ones for now. So don't move. That's that. And now we have a little bit more adjustment in the motors. Did you lube the rails? Yeah, everything's lubed up. I'm pretty sure it's something with the motors, because I'm getting the exact same left to right as I am front to back. Yeah. But sometimes behavior you see when you move it by hand, you don't see when it's powered up. Where? Uh-oh. So let's power it up, do another home, and see if it is still doing it. I fixed the racking. We fixed the racking issue. Isn't there a bit of play in the XY joints? Not really. Like, there's metal, a CF plate here, and metal. So it's It's a pretty rigid system. Watch the pulley on the motor, might be losing tension. They should be tight. I'm pretty sure I tightened them. Double check here. I'm gonna feel dumb if I didn't tighten these up. Pretty sure I did though. Yeah, that's tight. Yeah, they're tight. Yeah, they're tight. Both of them? Linus, you said the magnet would be strong and they wouldn't come out. Yeah, they're tight. Okay. Home all. Let's see if it does again. Yeah. You can see that juddering, but it doesn't do that jump there. Yeah, you can hear that. Can you hear that? It's doing it on the X and the Y. Why is it doing that? Hey, Maker Viking. Yeah, that's... So here's the thing. This has the smart motors. So I don't know if this is the motors themselves or the drivers. Here, because it's doing it when the power's off. So it's not a configuration thing, because it's doing it when the power's off. What I can do is unplug these boards. Okay, so now the stepper motors are isolated. Okay, so it's not the stepper motors, or it's not the boards doing it. So why the heck is my belt run so janky? My Zed's fine. Let's cut this extra off on my Zed, by the way. Yeah, the belts are twisted. It calls for twisting the belts. I'm about to untwist them. It's a kind of a common thing to twist your belts in a setup like this where you have smooth idlers, so that way your belts don't your belts don't run too thin on the idlers. Okay, so that's kind of a common thing that people do. I honestly don't see any difference. I run most of my machines belts in, and I've never really noticed anything. It's never been an issue. So I'm about to do that right now. I'm about to take the belts off and reroute them so that I'm not twisting them and just run them too thin. Because I'm trying to remove variables that might be causing this. Okay, so yeah, it's like chunk, 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 chunk. I don't. Oh, switch this over. Blah blah user, enter, open a ticket on their Discord if you're having issues with shipping with them, because there's really not much else I can say, because I know, oh shoot, I did what I was never supposed to do. I put a bit down without putting it back in the thing. Uh-oh. 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 Oh wait, no, I'm an idiot. I just put it in already. But yeah, open a ticket, because I've spoken to people that like have one like a week ago that already have their filament. So it's potential shipping issue. Who knows? I would open a ticket. Oop, not that one. Belt teeth. This is a kit. This is a kit that comes with kit belts, and these are GT2 belts, or 2 GT belts. What are they? They are Gates Power Grip LL2 GT. So I'm going to loosen the belt. I'm going to try different idlers first. So we're going to swap the idlers and see if that fixes our problem. Because I have spare idlers, so I can do that. Really don't want to come off the shaft. Ow. Okay. So hopefully I have, oh, these are bigger ones. Hopefully I have spares. I don't think I do. Shit. I may not have spares. Yeah, because these are the bigger ones. Shit, I may not. Hey, I forgot, just use it to chunk your belts. Nope, nope, nope. One. I have one. I have one spare. Those are all MXLs. Those are, yeah, those are MXLs. And those are 20 tooth. Yeah. Okay, so I have one. So shoot. And they're slightly, no, that ain't gonna work. These are 9mm. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. Shoot. Nope, I don't have spares. Teeth on the steppers. What do you mean the teeth on the steppers? These are the right cut for the, yeah, these are the right ones, actually. Yeah, those are right. Really tight. Why did the early model? Because they used a surgical stainless steel tube, which wears away. Like, wow, these are really tight on the drive shaft. Why are they so tight on the drive shaft? How do they feel moving? Like, I don't feel anything funky when I move it by hand. Then it could be an announcement on tap releases? Probably. Check on the Voron Discord, they'll probably have an announcement about it. Remember, while I am on the Voron team and I do know more than you guys, I don't announce stuff on this channel and I don't disclose stuff that's not public. So if you're asking me for information about stuff, I can only give you what's public knowledge already. So. So it's not like I can, you know, give you, you know, the hot new info. It's just gonna be whatever's currently public I can let you know about. Which it's already public, so why are you asking me? So let's just try reseating these and see if that helps. Kind of annoying running this belt like this. Okay, come on, you get on there. There's nothing to hold this belt. Like the belt's just kind of flopping in the breeze when you're setting everything up here. So there's really nothing to hold it in location, and it just drops constantly while you're trying to line everything up. Okay. Now, get you under there. Okay, there we go. So you're on your thing, you're on your belt, you're on yours, you're on there, you're on there. Okay. Okay, that's smooth. That's smooth now. Okay, that's feeling smooth now. Okay. Marine Tuck, $2. Cheers. Is A motor moving at different speed than B motor? They should be running the same. They should be running the same. Everything is the same. DFH gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers. Thank you. Appreciate it. Where were you on Saturday? We finished up your build. Well, most of your build. And you weren't around. Where'd you go? I missed you so. Actually, I gotta loosen these motors up. Are these memberships showing by activity? The way it works with YouTube, as far as I'm aware, you have to be active in chat to have a chance of getting a membership. But it doesn't go by how active you are. It's just, are you active, yes or no? And I don't know what the cutoff is. So if you're currently lurking in chat and you haven't said hello, say hello. Won't hurt. It's not like Twitch where you can just lurk in somebody's chat and get free memberships or subscriptions or whatever. Okay. So these are all now riding on bearings. Everything seems good there. Now, okay. We got butter. It ain't doing it anymore. It ain't doing it anymore. Oh, something just, the belts are loose as shit, so. Okay, so let's move you to the front and tension you up now. Feels about the same. Got no racking. Okay, so that's kind of good there. We'll leave that there for now. I think we're good. Bigger Fish, thank you for coming a member. Okay, so the belts are now tension to belt, like just eyeball tension, nothing, no final tension. Oh, that's much smoother. Okay, so now Tension that belt up. Or tension that motor up. Okay. Quick question. Can I use bearing stacks instead of smooth and tooth idlers on my Voron? I want bigger bearings. That's exactly how I build mine. All of mine have smooth idlers. So like in the XY joint where you would have a tooth idler, I run bearings. The only time I don't is when I do a kit build, like the LDO one that comes with the tooth idler. I run the tooth idler just to check how long it lasts. And so far I haven't had any fail, but they do fail more because smaller bearings. So I'm a big fan of go bigger bearings because I prefer redundant. I prefer performance and reliability over a marginal, if imperceptible at best. And why am I so blown out? Is my monitor funky or am I just that pale? Oh Jesus, this one. There we go. Is that better? Yeah, that's better. You can tell when I record a video because I turn my other light up and then I forget to turn it back down, kind of like my audio levels. The doctor here for the education of the mass was my diagnosis. Diagnosis of what? It's lupus. Yeah, yeah. E3D Revo or Obsidian nozzles are delayed. They ran into like a manufacturing issue or something. It is kind of what it is, unfortunately. Okay, that seems to be okay. Belt tension feels okay. Okay, so now we got to trim these guys. Oop, no, not overhead. So let's see how much extra. Ooh, there's a rough. It's a slight jump every now and then. Well, I don't want to tension these too much. Actually, can I wrap these in anything? No. That works. Okay, let's power it up and do some movement tests and make sure she be moving. Gary gifted 1 community membership. Thank you, Gary. Yeah, unfortunately it is what it is. Like they've been like E3D, while it is a large company in 3D printing, is not a massive company. And something like DLC coatings, which are not, you can't just go down to your local, tool shop and get DLC coatings like the kind they do. They're reliant on certain suppliers for certain things, and it's like if something got delayed or something got screwed up, it is what it is. You gotta wait. Oh, it would help if the printer was plugged in. Oh, look at that, the lights are on. So weird, I'm wearing the exact same shirt. No, Carlos, we both shop at Costco. It's like that black winter coat that Costco sells. That's like black, and then you have like the reflective little like stitching in like certain like lines and whatnot. Everyone has that black coat. What was the issue with the X1? I don't know. I took it apart, I put it back together, and now it's working. Sometimes it happens. For all I know, maybe one of these bearings, like one of these idlers, was rubbing on something that when I put it back on, it's no longer rubbing. Okay, put you all the way over there. Let's do a home, and hopefully you're smoother. No, it's still doing the chunk. Why are you doing the chunk? True bed level. Let's see the bed level. See how that works. Okay, we home XY. I thought it was supposed to not do that. Let's double check something here. Config, where's the config? .g. Okay, let's double check all this. So set drive mapping, X is Y, Z, E, okay, set drive configurations. Step per millimeter is 100. Okay. Marine tuck sounds like a tooth on the motor skipping. It does, but moving under maybe more tension is what I need. Maybe more tension. Maybe tension of more, maybe. It really shouldn't be doing that. It's not like we're moving crazy fast. Grub screw. No, I just tightened them. The grub screws are tight. No, they're tight. Grub screws are tight. I'm trying to see if there's anything in here, because I know there's two different types of the driver. There's the MKS one and the BTT, and this is the MKS one. And I don't know if there's anything special that I'm supposed to know, like set up in the config. Let's go. Let's see. SecKit design, SK cube, docs, SK cube manual, cube firmware. Okay, calibration. Move the extruder near the center. So let's redo the calibration, because I know we had some issues. So let me go ahead, tighten these motors up more, get a little bit more belt tension, and then we'll go ahead and redo the calibration on these stepper motors, because when we did it the first time, they weren't behaving, like we didn't have the belts tensioned or anything. We just kind of YOLO'd it. So maybe I got to redo the calibration on it. Actually, was to shove the hand. I wasn't trying to put my hand in there. I was trying to, I had to figure out how to reach the off button, because I had to reach around it. So maybe I just had my other hand there, but I was trying to reach the off button. Although I probably could have just hit the kill switch on the web interface, but either way. I'd rather kill power when things go wrong. Okay, so the belts are tensioned better. So physical motion by hand feels fine. Okay, so move that to the middle. Let's do our little calibration here. How do I do the calibration? Okay, so move the extruder near the center. So find the calibration job by pressing the buttons on the small display panel. Once the calibration starts, the stepper will return clockwise and counterclockwise. Okay. Oh. Set the acceleration values. Okay, so maybe we got to set that. I don't think we did that. Do we set the acceleration? I can't remember what we set up. Let's just go through it again. Calibrate. Calibrate. Okay, so let's calibrate it again. Hello, Gary. Is that the LT? I don't think it's the LTT screwdriver's fault. So I got an MKS. These are the MKS ones, right? Yeah, pretty sure these are the MKS ones. I'm assuming it's MKS because I got MKS on the other one. Okay. Okay, so that's calibrated. I can't see it. Okay. Calibrate. Okay, so that's calibrating now. And then acceleration is valuable on the MKS Servo 42. Navigate to the item and set 536 or above. Using low values results in asynchronous XY movements. That sounds like what we're having an issue with. Symptom is when you command an extruder to move position A, B, expecting a straight line, but it gets bent into 2 segments. So maybe that's what it's doing. Maybe that's what it's doing. Every printer has a built-in e-stop. All you do is just pull the plug. Or what you do if you're a total boss, you keep an axe in your room, and when it goes to the shit, you just grab the axe and chop the power line. Okay, so that's done. Okay, so now I gotta find the acceleration. Motor type, mode. Motor steps, no. Acceleration. What is it, 536 or above? Is that 5? That's 538, okay. What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh my god, it's got 3 buttons and nothing's labeled. Acceleration. Okay. 5-3, okay. Exit. Okay, so that's that one. So we didn't set the acceleration, that was the acceleration, because I'm guessing these are oh my god. Exit. Okay. And then I gotta cycle it. So I'm guessing the acceleration is handled by this servo thingy, maybe? Big G. And now you got that there, but there's nothing that tells it like what driver. I've never played around with these servos before, but okay, well, let's see if we get this accident or this jitteriness again. So home all. We do not. We do not. It moved smooth as butter. Okay, let me tell it to move 100 millimeters. That looks like 100 millimeters to me. Does that look like 100 millimeters to you? All right, so what do we got right now? We got 200 millimeters. Oh, our movements are off. Our movement's off. Our movement's off. That's what's going on. Okay, so right now we are at, what is it, 75 millimeters. And that's 200. So our movement's off. System. Fig G. These should be 80, shouldn't they? Steps per millimeter should be 80, shouldn't it? 80. Save. Start the board. I don't know about Z. We're gonna have to figure out Z in a second here. Okay, home all. Oop. That explains why it crashed before. Because I was trying to move to a location it couldn't because it was moving more than it should. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that is, what do we got there? That's like 70. Okay, move 100. That's 170. Yeah, okay, so XY movement should be good. What do we got there? That is 85 millimeters. That's 185 millimeters. Cool, okay. So we got, what do we got here for the Z? Right on that motor. Okay, right there. Okay, cool. So we got, what is that? 220, 5, 20, what is that? 218 millimeters. Okay, he's down 10 mil. We're going up. Actually, I meant to go down. Oh, it's because it's backwards. Okay. Okay, we're good. So that's good there. Compensation, true bed leveling. Let's try this again. So this is the Z's 400 when you got lead screws and not NEMA 8s with big gearing. Okay. Ooh, that. Did you see that curve? What the heck is that? Okay, one second. G1, X10, Y10, F6000, F8000. Okay. How much bed do I have on this? 200, so F, okay, let's do 190. Ah. 190, 90F. Okay, so max speed, go. Okay. That seems to be okay. Okay. So whoa. It's moving too fast and it's compensating. You see what it's doing? It's getting, what the heck is going on? With, so I'm commanding a, what is status? What is our max speed here? Config G. Maximum speed is 30,000 millimeters a minute. What is that in millimeters a second? Per min, 2 millimeters per second. Okay. So 500. So it's trying to do 500 millimeter per second moves, and it's the B stepper, it seems. Is there a way to adjust voltage? Set currents, 800. Are they getting, they're not getting warm at all. Let's give it a little bit more juice. Save. Start mainboard. That is really weird. What's our Excel? What's our Excel? 4,000 Excel, which is 66 millimeters a second Excel, which isn't that bad. Or that's millimeters cubed or whatever. So that's fine. Save. Okay. File. Cool. Okay. Home all. Okay, let's try that. Send. Okay, that seems to be okay. Okay, that seems to be okay. Okay, what was it that did the funky one? Was this one? Send. Okay, so we bumped up our, maybe we got to run these motors a little bit harder than, or we drop our top speed. Let's, yeah, let me bump that 536 setting up. Let's go to 790. Exit. Exit. Okay. Power cycle it. No, that's the accelerator. I don't know what exactly this is. This is just setting the acceleration in here. So we're okay, home all. But also bumping the motor current up from 800 milliamp to 1.2 or to 1 amp. It stopped doing the funky as well. So, which is the direction that does the funky? 190. Okay, let's try this again. This is the funky move. It still does it. But let's drop our top speed down to, what is 400 millimeters a second? 24,000. So let's drop our top speed down from 500 millimeters a second down to 24,000. I don't know if you gotta do the 0.00, but they were there before. So that's 400. Save. Start main board. It was doing fine from the corners, like, okay, now reconnect. Yeah, we'll do a corner, we'll do corner to corner after here. So let's home all. Okay. Okay, so this was the one that gives us the funky chicken dance. It still did it. It still did it again. Going forward, does it do it? It's okay going forward. Going that way is okay. Let's see, going across. It... That... Yeah, I heard that too. I'm trying to figure out, I don't see anything in the config, like in the thing here about anything else. Do it again. Oh. Here, go back. Okay, that's fine. Yes. The sex bots are here. Left side belt. Thing is, the belts aren't, like, nothing seems funky with them. Like, everything seems okay. Like, they are rubbing like, the belts are rubbing on the flanges. Like, the belts are like size for size with the flange. So I don't know if, I don't know what's going on here. Try, yeah, oh yeah, it moves fine by hand. It moves fine by hand. But for some reason, when we go crazy fast, because moving slow is fine. See, I don't know what these motors are supposed to be chooching at. Like, they have 800 milliamp as their default, and when we bumped it up to 1.2, they seem to be a little bit more oomphy. So let's see if these MKS Servo 42Cs, let's see if we can find anything here for like recommended specs or anything, or is this just the board? Adjustable range of current. Actually, shoot, is maximum speed 1000 RPM. How fast is 1000 RPM in this? Yeah, we're running the firmware. We're running the firmware that this comes with. Like, for once, I didn't fiddle with the firmware. We're running what this kit's supposed to run. Diagonal move will help you identify. Okay, so we're in front corner. We're gonna go to back corner. So X190, 190. Okay, so we're gonna go from here to there. Okay, at fast speed. Okay, let me get a good camera angle. Boop, boop, boop. Send. That seems okay. So let's go to the front. Send. Okay, now let's go to the other side. So X10 or X, Y, 10, X190. Ooh, yeah. So going this way is the problem. Because kind of just a closed loop steppered. I'm kind of tempted to. I don't know if I can easily do it though. No, I'd have to rerun wires and whatnot. Let me see if there's like a setting for like, if I gotta adjust the current on these. Am I supposed to adjust the current on these? On the stepper? Calibrate, motor type, mode. Okay. Motor type. Okay, it's 1.8 degrees. Okay. Mode. I don't know. Sure. Oh, milliamp. Is that milliamp? Milliamp, okay. 1200. It's running at 1200 milliamp. And it's running at 1200 milliamp. M step 16. Okay. Exit. Let me check the other one. Oh, I hit calibrate. Shit. Okay, now we gotta wait for it to calibrate. That ain't gonna work. That's gonna crash. Is that gonna crash? No, we're good. Let's see what's disabled in display mode. Are you kidding? We had it at 538 and it was doing this. So we had it. Let me go back to 538 because we did bump it up to see if that and didn't fix it. So acceleration 538. Okay. Exit. Okay, let me make sure this one's running the same motor voltage. This one's super annoying to get at. Okay. Milliamp. Yeah, that's also the same. Okay, 538. There we go. Okay. So we're both at 538. Okay, so we're back at 538. Recalibrate. Yeah, maybe we got to recalibrate at the... Let's recalibrate it. Oh man, this is super annoying. Calibrate. So calibrate at that 538 value. I don't know. I'm thinking because you guys just mentioned that, I might have to. So let me recalibrate. So. Is that a 22th pulley? 10,000 RPM would move it. Okay, so maybe, yeah. So according to the spec sheet, where is it? We are limited to 1,000 RPM with these. And according to Polar TED, that is 20,000 millimeters a minute. This defaults to 30,000. So let's go into our config after we calibrate this and drop that down to 20,000 and see if, oh my God, this is super annoying to do. Calibrate. Okay, so let's calibrate it and drop it down to 20,000 because I think Polar TED is pointing out the thing. This is limited to 1,000 RPMs. Which we're going a bit higher than that, so maybe it's just maxing out. Let that finish. So we'll see here. Because here's the thing, we got it to the point we could print. Like I gotta set my Z offset. but it's doing the homing. The motion is smooth when it's not losing steps. And the cool thing is, watching it, this is the first time I've ever seen these things in action actually autocorrect. Like, this is the first time I've actually seen these things autocorrect, and it's kind of cool watching it. Like, it loses it and it goes, oh shit, we screwed up. Let's go back to where we got to go. So, okay, power cycle it now. Let that power off for a minute. So that's really cool. I'm tempted to rip these out and put them on my CNC. Be a bumpy benchy. Well, only if you hit those speeds. So I'm thinking it is doing this because we are pushing it faster than the 1000 RPMs it's rated for. So if we do a home all now. Okay, so, okay, 190, 190. So this will put us all the way to the other corner, and this is gonna max out our speed. Send. Okay. Okay. I think we're okay. Let me try one more. Nope. Yeah, it's doing the funky chicken dance again. Why are you doing the funky chicken dance? Is there a limit to acceleration values? So 20,000 RPM. Is there a speed setting in here? Because it does look like it's moving slower. We got calibrate, motion type, mode, mode or step. Speed? Okay, for speed, I've got 0, 1, 2, 3. And it's set to 2. What does that even mean? Menu. Okay. So that is our error, whatever. Okay, operating instructions. Okay. So next, enter. Okay. Calibrate. Okay. Motor type. Okay. Open loop control mode to run the motor without encoder. So we are this pulse step direction input. So we are in this mode. Okay. So that is our amps is 1.2. So our default at 16. Enable pin, okay, ignore that. Clockwise counter, okay, ignore that. Sleep mode, disable. Block protection. Okay. Enable 256 subdivision. Well, okay, UART, ignore that. UART address, ignore that. Zero mode, ignore that. Set 0, ignore that. Set speed. Oh, that's just that. Okay. Default is that. Yeah, Yeah, something, let me see. So it's this angle. It's doing this, it's the funky chicken. Which is my right stepper motor. So why are you doing the funky chicken? Maybe I gotta drop that a little bit. Why are you doing the funky chicken? Why are you doing the funky chicken? I'm trying to get up in there to actually. Do you hear that? Yeah, it's slipping. Where is it slipping at? The belt's as tight as the other belt. Why are you slipping? Not doing it on this way, but it's slipping on this way. Why are you slipping on that way? What are you slipping on? There is nothing for you to slip on. Your belts are riding smooth. You're not rubbing on anything. Why are you... You can hear it. Got a bad bearing somewhere? Yeah, I can feel it. Oh, the grub screws, I just tightened them. They're tight. The grub screws are tight. Like, they're tight. There's no more tight than the tight they are. Okay, I can kind of hear it. Let me take my headphones out. Trying to hear where that noise is coming from, because it's making a thunk. It's making an audible thunk. It feels like it's slipping. I don't know what's going on with this belt system. Is it not tight enough? Like it feels tight. Everyone's saying grub screws. The grub screws are tight. There's two grub screws in the... Both are doing it. Both make that noise. Both make that noise. What the fuck is going on here? BB in the rail. I doubt it. Because the thing is, it does it. Yeah. It's not the rail because it does it in the X and the Y. What is making that noise? So as soon as it moves quick, what is causing that? There's belt. No, the brand new belts, brand new pulleys. Like everything's greased up. Racking? It's not racked. Oh, those are M4s. Okay, they're on an angle. What Timid say? Where's Timid at? Can you make a witness mark on the motor shaft and the pulley? Cycle a few times and verify it's solid. So you just want me to like make sure it's not slipping? Okay, so that is between the 12 and 3. It's slipping. The belts are slipping on the pulley. Yeah, the belts are slipping. The belts are slipping. That's exactly what it is. The belts are slipping. The belts are slipping. That's exactly what it is. Let me unplug these so I don't fry anything by accident. But yeah, they're slipping. I can see them. They're slipping. Actually, one second. Maybe. So that's lined up with the R. They're not slipping. I'm just an idiot and moving them in. Wait. It's gone. It's when I connect the driver board. It's something to do with the driver board. It's not slipping. Yeah, it's not slipping because those line up. Those line up. Everything lines up. So the belts aren't slipping. It's the moment I attach these driver boards. Because if I, right now, you can hear it. But the moment I unplug these driver boards, it's gone. So maybe we're just pushing them too hard and they can't go that fast. Power brake. Maybe that's it. Let's yeah, there's something. Well, I think it's to do with the stupid. No, it's not the motor, because it's the control board. It's this. This is causing it. This box of magic angry pixies is what's causing it. So let's drop it down. So what is 300? 18,000. It says it's rated for 1,000 RPM. And somebody want to do the math. Somebody said it was 20,000 RPM or 20,000 millimeters a minute is 1,000. Save. Set main board. Wonder if it still does it if you unplug the actual motor. Well, the problem is the motor plugs into the board and the board plugs into the controller. So I unplugged the board from the motor, which isolated the motor. Okay, home all. Okay, so X190, Y10. Go. Nope, it's done it again. They're 20 tooth. They're 20 tooth pulleys. Why is it doing this? Again. Motor PID loop. Turn off closed loop. Can I do that with these? How do I do that? Back to origin, 0 point. I don't need to worry about 0 point. Okay, default is 0. Subdivision, so it's 16, 1.2 amp. Okay. Mode, control mode open. So open loop control mode. The motor runs without the encoder. So we are this pulse step direction input mode, serial mode. So this is default for this. I know RPM is revolutions per minute. Yeah, we don't know. We dropped it down from 500 millimeters a second to 300 millimeters a second max speed, and even the commands I'm telling it to move are 300 millimeters a second, and it's still doing the funky chicken dance when I tell it to move. Oh, the Excel is set to 538. It is set to 538 on both drivers. We've already double checked that, triple checked that. We've double checked that, triple checked that. It is set to 538. Yep, 538 on both. There is no 536 option. It's 538. There is no 536 options. Seems to go to 00 or let's see here, 190. So that one's okay. Because here's the thing, diagonal moves only move one stepper. So this is going from that corner to that corner, and it's going to move only one motor. Yeah, so that direction's fine. It's this motor that's funky. Something's up with this one. Yeah, this one's throwing errors all the time. Okay, let me reset this. And then restore. Okay. Acceleration, 538. Yeah, because it goes 286, 412, 538, 664, 790, and up. 538. Okay. Exit. Okay, turn the machine off. Put it back in the middle. Turn it on. I'm not going to swap the boards. That's a pain in the butt. And I'd have to rip apart this whole assembly here. And calibrate. Let's try calibrating over time. But I got a feeling we got a bad board. I got a feeling we got a bad board. Config G. Is there anything in here that tells it it's using TMCs? Like, do you need to tell it it's TMCs or anything, or just does it? CR open and replace it. Okay, well, we just did. I reset the board. I recalibrate it. I reset ACC to whatever number it needs to be. We're gonna give it one more try, and then we'll bypass the encoder and see if it works. Well, I reset it, so it's default settings. And then according to this, the only thing you change is the ACC and calibrate. That's it. So we are, okay, so go over there. Nope, it's still doing it. It's still doing it. Okay, let's bypass this bitch. So what's the setting I gotta fiddle with? Control, okay, so mode. Mode is open. Oop, I heard a thunk. Okay. There we go. We're in open mode. So now they're no servo-ness. They are just drivers. I hope they're not crazy loud. Home all. Okay, so it homes. That's just telling it to move. Yeah, I'm literally just hitting your standard. But it'll home. Oh, it's all fucked up. No. No. So what's the other option here for this? I don't think we're in serial mode. Yeah, because we're using the step and pulse and whatnot. Yeah, it's I got a feeling we got a bad driver board. I got a feeling we got a bad driver board. Because it might be the driver on the board itself is causing the issue, and that's causing everything to just not work. Because it might not be the encoder, it might be the driver losing steps because it's something screwed up with the driver, and then the encoder is compensating for it and fixing it, but it shouldn't have to. I don't think we got crazy high accelerations. Everything's in millimeters a minute, but we got what? Speed change millimeters a minute is 450, and max accel is 4,000, which that's not a lot. Like nothing is. But the moment we go and do any of these funky fast moves, we lose steps. So see? So what the heck is going on here? I'm thinking we got a bad board. We got a funky chicken board. The board's dead. I got a feeling. Like there's something wrong with that driver. I could. Like where did I put them? I know I have them somewhere. I could just swap them out. Like, let's be honest. I just swap them out to actual steppers, throw some TMCs in there and call it a day. But that's a bit of a rework because I have to take the motors off and everything. Why is it doing that? I don't like the fact it's doing that. Let me go check my stock. Maybe I'm missing something. Am I missing something? I don't think I'm missing something. What are these? 42 HTH, yeah. Try slowing it down on the travel move. I'm only doing 300 millimeters a second. If it can't do 300 millimeters a second, like here, we'll drop it down. So what's the point of like a high-end printer if you can't go fast? There you go. What's 200 millimeters a second? 12,000. Okay, let's rein this bitch into 12,000. Okay. Which is stupid. But start main board. Swap the board. I'm not gonna go through the trouble of swapping the board. If I'm gonna swap it, I'm just going to dumb stepper motors with TMCs. Them all. Nope, everything I've already gone through. Both boards have the exact same settings. Both boards have the exact same settings. Still doing it, even at lower speeds. So it's got to be that board. It's got to be that board. It's the only thing I could think of. There's nothing else that I can think of that would be causing this. Because both of these boards are set up exactly the same. It's Core XY, so both motion systems are parallel. This motor moves fine. That motor loses steps consistently when doing the exact same moves that the other motor handles fine. Ergo, something is wrong with either the stepper driver talking to the board, which stepper drivers are dumb. There's nothing in them to break. If they break, they break. They don't just kind of work, but don't usually. And then you got the control board. So something's funky with the control board. Yep. Oh, everything's been recalibrated. We've reset them to default. We've reset them up with the right acceleration value. We've made sure they're in the same mode. We've tried disabling the closed loop mode, turn it to open. It doesn't work. We've checklisted everything I can think of. I think we have a legit issue with the driver board. So, oh, I got to run all new wires because the wires that run from here down to the controller are they're 7-pin wires and these are 4-pin. I got to run new wires. I can't swap the motor cables. There's not enough tension. I gotta take the whole thing apart. So actually, let me drop the bed first, and we'll swap it to some LDOs. Could be the motor current. They're 1.2 amp. That's the default setting. They're 1.2 amp, which these aren't even getting hot. Like they're stone cold. Why is there no one from SecKit in chat? Because SecKit is one person, and I think it's one person. At least I've only ever spoken to one person, and they're in Asia, so they're 12 hours ahead. So that's why. Because right now for them, it is 1 in the morning. Let's drop the Z, which is increase the Z. So I don't fault them for not being online right now. Plus, let's be honest, I build printers over like 2 months time period. So. I like when you have issues because it shows how to troubleshoot. Exactly. The easiest way to troubleshoot something, especially with a 3D printer or anything with multi-parts, is to start by eliminating variables. Okay. So we have an issue with the Core XY motion system. Well, there's 2 motors on the Core XY motion system, and they require power to use. First things first, turn the power off, start moving stuff around. Hey, we figured out that like jittery issue. Okay. But now we're having a losing step issue. Okay, well, Core XY motors work together unless they're diagonal. Okay, let's do diagonal moves and see if one side is causing the issue or not. Okay, we've narrowed it down to that side. Let's start playing with settings. Let's start turning things off, turning things on, restoring to factory defaults. Nothing seems to be working. It's a consistent issue throughout the testing. Ergo, something is wrong with that. So now we see if we can easily swap these out to good old-fashioned dumb TMCs. While I'm doing this, if you haven't had a chance to enter for the draw to win some Polymaker filament, which I don't think I have it pinned in chat. I want to see this because I usually pin it in chat. Yeah, it's noticeable. Okay. Go enter to win some Polymaker filament in the video description. Do this now. There you go. Pin message. You could tell when I don't pin it because there's like 100 less entries. So let's start with this side. Actually, let's start with this side. This side's gonna be more of a pain in the ass. Okay. Where is that little Allen key? Screw it, I'll just use my LTT store screwdriver for this. Can you swap the smart ports on the steppers from left? I could swap them from one side to the other, but what's the point? Because if it's not working on this side, either it's because this stepper driver is bad, or correction, the stepper motor is bad, or the board is bad. If I swap it to the other side, it just tells me something is still bad. So why not just eliminate the variable completely and just go to brand new motors, brand new drivers on both sides? So we might be able to get a little bit more info by like taking the board off this side, putting it on here. Then we can kind of see, hey, is it this motor or is it the board? Is it the interface chip on the back? I don't know. But with the trouble we're having, I think at this point, especially with the time we have an hour, it might be best just to cut our losses and just go back. And, you know, we have to go back and just start over. Go to NEMAs, TMCs, call it a day. What if the wires are bad? I don't know. I'm not going to go through and double check everything. There's so many variables that could affect this. There could be a stripped wire somewhere for all I know. I doubt it, because, you know, I actually checked everything after I put the grommets in. But there's always the chance there's more than one thing causing the problem. So we're just going to go right to the easy solution. Remove the variable, which in this case is a NEMA 17 with a servo hat. Stream needs more doggo. I'll go check. Bad motor drivers are very common. I've yet to have a bad TMC. No doggo. But the wife's at work, so he's probably sitting at the front door being a mopey little suck right now. Okay, this one's gonna be fun to get at. This one's the more annoying side because it's closer to the driver. And, or correction, closer to the Z idler. And there's an end stop right there. So I only have so much room to get at everything in here. It's kind of annoying. Let me see if I can get a camera angle for you guys. There you go. Yeah, that kind of works. Okay. So. Got all my zip ties. All my beautiful zip ties. Let's see what we got to work with. I can't put this in there, so we're gonna have to put this here. Nope, that ain't gonna work. I gotta. Is that clear? Yeah, that clears. Okay. There we go. That can go there. Okay. Yeah, we could do some desk testing later. Right now, honestly, the goal is just to get this operational. Get this up and running. So that's that one. I'll do all the under the hood stuff at this. I'm hoping these are long enough that I can just route the same wires. Just use those. Okay. Put the belts back on. Man, these are really tight. Like a burr in here or something. Oh, yeah, there was a burr there. Okay. Oh, wrong way around. Okay, we're gonna have to adjust those later, but whatever. Okay, so that's that one. Take that out. Well, here's the thing. If it points, if it's doing the same thing that it's doing right now, what we're going to do is swap which port we use on the board. But I've yet to see a board, you know, Big Tree Tech quality aside, and this is a Big Tree Tech board. I've yet to see a board ship with like a driver slot that fails in the way this is kind of failing. So I'm very hesitant to say it's the board. Like I've never seen a board fail this way, where at like any sort of speed it skips steps. That doesn't. If something's wrong with the board, it either works or it doesn't, usually, because it means like a bad trace or a bad component. So it's like a yes or no type thing, I think. That's kind of my thinking in this situation. Is doing with all the 3D printers in the small room, and he is keep building 3D printers. Well, it's kind of my job. Like, as you know, Frenzy Narwhal just said, I run a YouTube channel where I live stream 3D printer builds and other 3D printing things. If I didn't keep building printers, what would I do? Like, do you want me to take apart the V0 and put it back together every week? We got to do something. And if there's ever a convention in Canada or something near me where I can bring some of these printers to give away at some point, maybe. Oh, speaking of, I'm gonna go on a little tangent right now, okay? Because this popped up on was it the Saturday? I think it was a Saturday stream. And this, no offense, annoys the absolute shit out of me, okay? Yes, there are people that do giveaways. I do giveaways, okay? I do a giveaway at the end of every stream. Yes, there are people that give out coupon codes and discounts and have all kinds of things. Don't ask. Don't ask, okay? If a vendor comes into my channel, don't just start spamming them asking for discount codes, okay? If me or any other YouTuber happens to mention, oh, I've got an extra printer, don't ask for it, okay? It's rude, for one, and it's annoying, okay? Yes, there are channels that all they do is do giveaways. Go ask in their channels, okay? But read the room, please, okay? I take it it's kind of disheartening when, you know, I build my channel up around, you know, education, building 3D printers, and people pop in chat, and I've never seen them before. Hey, can I get a discount code? Hey, well, can I have that? Can you give that? Are you giving that away? Can I have it? Can I have it? Yeah, please, don't. Just don't. Okay, and if you see other people doing it, remind them. Don't. Just stop, please. It's like, it happens enough, and I see it because I pay attention to chat during stream, that it's actually starting to get kind of annoying on my end. So yeah, tangent over. Let's get back to building a printer. Okay, so why won't you go in that hole? There we go. I will say the machine brackets for these are actually really like bang on. Would I build it on stream? Here's the thing. I won't build printers for people. Okay. If you contact me, and I've had people contact me in the past, you know, offering to pay me to build a printer for them, I will not, because I cannot guarantee service. I cannot guarantee shipping. I cannot guarantee support. I cannot. I just won't. I am not set up to facilitate that. So. Can I have a hug? Roy, you can have a hug. asking to buy it from me. I don't know. It's not something I haven't really, you know, put a lot of thought into. So the thing is, I'm very hesitant, especially with printers I build, to sell them, because if something happens, I built it, right? I don't want to, you know, I built the printer to the best of my ability, but guess what? Something wrong happened and somebody got hurt. I don't know what I would do. So yeah. So I'm kind of, yeah. And as for like the pre-built machines that I got, you know, collecting dust in the other room, shipping, I don't keep the boxes. I don't have room to store the boxes, let alone the printers. And then, you know, how would I ship them? And shipping in Canada is stupid. And like, let's be honest, do you really want a cheap generic bed flinger? Like, they're all the same. You probably get a better deal just buying one on a Black Friday sale. And I stripped that screw. Okay. That screw bad? Yeah, that screw's bad. So yeah, that's kind of my thing. Do I have a spare screw? Do I have a digging? I will use one of these with some extra nuts. Nuts. Do these have nuts? Or washers? No? Am I out of M3 washers? M3 washers. Uh-oh. Are we out of M3 washers? I might be out of M3 washers. Whoops-a-doodles. Oh, make it work. So yeah. Yeah, if there's a giveaway, it's laid out. It's in the description of the video. It's posted in the chat or the Discord, right? Like, and then as for discount codes, if you see a vendor, I'll announce the discount code. I've spoken to a few vendors about this. But if you see a discount code, if you see a vendor in chat, they will not give out a discount code. Okay. They will not. I've pre-mentioned this, that if there is any discounts to give out, that it wouldn't be somebody just randomly popping in and mentioning it. It would be an actual thing. Because, you know, randomly having to do a giveaway or, you know, deal with a discount code midstream is actually kind of a pain in the butt. So, you know, it's better if everything's agreed upon in advance and sorted out and, you know, logistics. That way it goes smoother. So, but yeah, no, it's every time I go on Twitter and I see Joel show off like a room of printers or something, inevitably 5-6 responses. I'll take it. I'll have it. I'll have it. I'll take it. I want it. Like, geez, what's going on? Okay. Like, it's different if it's like, hey, who wants this? But, you know, company comes, you know, sends a printer to Joel, and turns out they've been kind of shady. So Joel's like, oh, I'm not going to review it. And then the next 8 responses, well, I'll take it. So. Okay. So that's riding on that. That's riding on that. That seems to be good. Okay. Oh, don't have the right bit. All the rustling jimmies. It's because it's not a one-off thing. It happens surprisingly often. And when I'm doing, you know, a 3-hour stream and I'm constantly watching chat, interacting, and every 10 minutes somebody's, oh, hey, Giveaway. Ooh, discount code. Coupon code. It just kind of, just a little frustrating after a bit. There we go. It looks so much more bare without the it looks so much more bare. It's moving smooth though, so we're good there. Okay. Oh, nobody needs to apologize or anything. It's more a going forward. Ooh, that would have been bad. I almost flipped this on its back. That would have been bad. That would have been really bad. Okay, onto its side. Did I crush anything? Hopefully I didn't crush anything. Okay, so we can get rid of this guy. Yeah, that would have been really bad. And before we go further, there we go. There we go. TMC 2209s. Yee. Okay, well, the same version, TMC 1.0. 1.2. Yeah, close. Oh wait, no, these are 2225s. I don't think there's any difference. Whatever. I don't think there's any difference. I just gotta move the jumpers, right? Gotta adjust the jumpers. Okay. Oh, wait, you gotta move the jumpers. Okay, so where do I gotta move these jumpers to? Where are my pins? Where are my tweezers? Tweezers. You know, one of these days I'm not gonna lose my tweezers. It's not gonna be today. Oh, there's a quad. Not gonna be tomorrow, but one of these days I'm actually gonna put my tweezers in the same spot. I keep finding these ones. I always find these ones. But one of these days I will remember to put them back in the same spot instead of constantly losing them. Then I did that for a bit, but then I put them down and then I lost them. Okay, whatever. Okay, so how do I need to have these? They need to be in that position. So I'm assuming that the location that the jumper goes is the same as the 2209s. I'm assuming. What Z motors? These are NEMA 8s with a gear, with an internal gearbox. I did put them in my apron and then I poked myself once, so I took them out. I have 2 motors, clipper. Can I auto trim home? They need independent drivers. If they're on the same driver, no. If they're on different drivers, yes. Okay. So 2209. Okay. I'm hoping this is long enough. Oh, just barely. It ain't by much, but it's long enough. Ooh. We might have to fiddle with this later. Oh my god. Ooh, okay, that's a little tight. Dang it. Dang it, Bobby. It's not. We're gonna. I'm gonna have to make like a 2 foot. I'm gonna have to make like a 1-inch extension. Literally, I'm gonna have to make a 1-inch extension. Okay, whatever. Get it functional first, and then we'll make it look pretty. Okay, of course, this one's the one where everything is a pain in the butt. Everything's all wrapped together. Okay, I'm not gonna do any wire management yet. I'll just put one zip tie just to kind of keep it safe. No point really going all out with wire management because I'm probably gonna have to fiddle with this some more. Okay, that's good enough. Okay. Okay, I can't get a zip tie in there because there's a stepper in the way. Or yeah, a Z screw. Okay, so yeah, I need to like extend the Z wire on this one by like an inch because I can't have that there, but for now, whatever. Let's boot this bitch up. If we get sparks, record it. No sparks. Nils K, 50. Thank you, appreciate it. Some love for all the streams. Cheers. Thank you. Okay, do we do a actual like stepper motor test, or we just hit home all and see what happens? Home all, see what happens. Go. Nope, wrong way. So, let's try this again. So that means probably both motors are reversed. So system, config G. How do you change motor direction? Oh, here we go. Okay, so physical drive. Okay, so 0 goes backwards, 1 goes forwards. Okay, so, right? Because P1 and P2 are those. Okay, so save. Start mainboard. Well, the motor should be the same. Like they're plugged into the same spots they were. So either they're plugged in one way or they're plugged in the other, right? Right? Move it to the middle. All. Right? There we go. Yeah, we gotta fix this wire. This wire ain't happy there. Okay, so we got motion moving. Okay, so it's a little louder, but whatever. Okay, system. So config G. Do we got interpolate or anything on? Set microstepping with interpolation. Sure. Okay, I think we're all good there. Let's bring this back up to our regularly scheduled YOLOs, right? What was it? 30,000 originally, and we got. We'll do 1 amp for now. Save. Restart main board. What time are we at? 1:30. Holy shit. Okay. So, we got it home. Okay. Oh, I forgot we restarted it. So it's a little bit louder. That's one thing I'm noticing right off the bat. But I don't know if we have spread cycle or whatever. I don't know how to set that up. And, like, is there something in here for spread cycle mode or how to do that? I don't know. Whatever, figure it out later. I just want to see it move. So this will be from the front to the back right corner, I believe. Or no, yeah, back left corner. Send. Go. Oh, look at that. It worked. Would you look at that? That's actually 30,000. 30,000 ripums. So this will go to the front right corner at 30,000, so 500 millimeters a second. Go. Oh my God, look. Look at this, folks. Look at this, folks. The amazing printer. It does the thing that printers are supposed to do, where you tell it to move around. And it just, by golly geez, gosh darn it. It just does the thing. You tell it to do the thing, it does the thing. Abacus. Jason, you make a damn good motor. Okay. Let's try out my new soldering iron. So obviously, today it's currently 1:31 p.m. I gotta end the stream at 2 to go pick up the little guy from school. We ain't gonna be pushing plastic today. So let's get this cleaned up. And then next Tuesday, we'll wrap this up. So let's make this motor not be completely mashed in there. Unplug you, and let's make a little extension cable here. So get a sacrificial motor here with a connector on it that I can actually use. Will this work? That works. How often do you guys think I'm going to be using this stepper motor? If you answered not often, you'd be correct. Jeez. That's for my Monoprice Select Mini. That's the Z motor on my Monoprice Select Mini. It's supposed to be twisted. I'm just going to carry on the wires from here in the same order. So the twist is at the head. So I'm just going to, you know, wire 1 to wire 1, wire 2 to wire 2, wire 3 to wire 3 type thing. Watch him need that stepper. Well, I can still use a stepper. It's just I don't have the things. And I'll get you guys to show. I'll show you guys how cool my Omni Fixo is. Freaking love this thing. So, snippy snip, snippy snip. No, I'm assuming it's not the motor. I'm assuming it's the driver board. So what we did was we just pulled out the motor and the driver board for the servo and just swapped it straight up to some known good LDO motors and TMC 2209. So we're losing the closed loop stepper, but we're gaining the thing we use on every other printer in the world. Plus, I can use the new soldering iron tip I bought. So while I'm getting this ready, if you haven't had the chance yet, make sure you enter for your chance to win some Polymaker filament. Give away a spool every stream, link in the description. While you're down there, if you want to help support the channel, content I create, things I do, consider liking that smash button. If you want to become a member of the channel, that goes a long way in helping support things, along with also, you know, if you want to be a Patreon supporter as well, different options, different strokes for different folks. And then as well, there's affiliate links. They don't cost you anything extra, and they go a long way in supporting the channel. So, you know, Christmas is coming up. You want to get that something special, you know, maybe, for example, a spool of Polymaker filament. Well, there's links in the description for that. And by someone special, I mean yourself. Solder, get my iron, get my power supply, get my whiskey. Wait. Oh wait, I gotta turn autofocus back on this because it's all C920, configure video, control, autofocus. There we go. There we go. Yeah, we'll do heat shrink after. I'm just tinning them up right now. So this is the new tip. So how well does this work? Ooh, that seems to work pretty dang good. Some sleeving. Where's the little stuff? There's the little stuff. Okay, so the goal for this is to wire this up exactly the same as this. So in this case, black goes to blue. So let's get the sleeving on. Actually, this stuff is too small. Let's get the bigger stuff. Don't want to risk it. There we go. 1, 2. Might be a little advantageous to get a little tin on the iron just to there we go. Okay, and then green goes to red. Yes, I know it probably doesn't make sense because these are different color schemes. Remember, with stepper motors, there is no standard for what the colors mean. There is no standard for what the colors mean on stepper motors. So don't, like, if you're matching one connector to another, go by the number, like what number each one is. So like from left to right, what wire is what. So for this one, this is green. Oh, I forgot the stupid sleeve on that one. Gosh dang it. So helping hands, these are Omni Fixos. They are awesome. They are also expensive, but they are awesome. But considering I shake like crazy, I figure, you know, business expense. Red to black. And remember, a good tip is even if you have 4 wires and you got to pair them up to 4 wires and you've already done 3, still double check what the 4th one is, because the last thing you want to do is to assume that you've done the previous 3 correctly. Because you never know if you screwed up and mixed up, you know, wire 2. So let's do this one so I can fix it. Easy peasy. I like this tip. This is the D24, DC24, D24. I like it. Buy more tips for your soldering irons. Do this now. Go watch my video. There we go. No, I did not get the crazy snow. We got some snow, but like a dusting. I'm too far south. So I didn't get the crazy snow. Remember, I live south of Detroit. So if you want to know what the weather's like with me, where I'm at, look up Detroit. What are we at right now? Okay. Still got a little bit of time. But yeah, OmniFixo. It's this thing. They're awesome. I did a video where I talked about this and a bunch of other stuff. It packs down really small and it's actually like rigid. Unlike the arm things that are kind of floppy, these actually kind of hold up well. That's not what I meant to unplug. That's what I meant to unplug. Yeah, they're pricey. The only thing is they're pricey. They're like, I think they're like 65 bucks US. But I justify it because, you know, I shake like crazy. So I figure, you know, business expense, I can use it for work. Hopefully I can write it off on my taxes. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, so now you go there. Okay, flip you back on its side. Okay, so let's zip tie all this up. Make it look pretty. You ever share the mount for the Drop Effect XG? It's somewhere on the Voron Discord or in the mods folder. The one I have is a very hacky one. Like it was literally thrown together in like 10 minutes and I can't remember who designed it. So I can't really share it without their permission. But I think there is one out there now. As for the hot end itself, I'm still using it in the Trident. It's fine. It's a good hot end. It's proprietary nozzles, which kind of suck, but is what it is in today's day and age. Yeah. There we go. Everything has a business. Oh, I know. Even the square footage of this room, technically, there's a bunch of stuff you can write off. I still got to look into all that because last year didn't really count, but this year, because this is now my job, kind of have to pay a little bit more attention to. Okay, so that's that one. Okay, this is the one that we couldn't do before. That goes there. Now we can zip tie there. M4 nozzles. They're M4 and they're a little bit longer. They're not the same nozzle, like they're not V6 nozzles on the Drop Effect. You have to buy the nozzles from Drop Effect, to my knowledge. I don't think there's any third-party options currently. Like, they're not bad nozzles. They work fine. There we go. There we go. Try not to chew up my my fancy room down here. on my desktop. Okay, that goes there, that goes there. You can all kind of just go there. Are you ground? No, you're hot. That goes there. Oh, I know, accountant. I know. I know. I'm very well aware. There, and you can go right there. There we go. Okay. So we should be good to go now. As long as I didn't screw up that soldering job. We'll find out in a second here. Everything still moves, right? Yep, okay. Power it up. Light it up, baby. Oh yeah, they have hardened nozzles. I have one somewhere. I gotta find where. They gave me one at Murph or Earth. Okay, home all. There we go. Sweet. Look at that. Look at those moves. Look at those moves. 500 millimeters a second. Yay! Cool. How do you set your home offset? I gotta do the Z thing. Auto true bed leveling. How high is the chamber temp? I don't know. Right now, probably air temperature. We got to do the whole chamber still, which I'll probably do separately. I'll probably print open air for a little bit, just make sure everything works before I go and panel it up. Have any clogs? Nope. I had one jam with flexible filament because I was printing too fast, but other than that, it's been fine. So, how accurate does this go? Only 3 decimal places. Pfft. Okay, how do you set your Z offset in? Okay, make sure my fan works. Tool fan. Okay. Make sure these heat up. Do we check? I don't know if we check these. Tool heater. Make sure. Tool head. That part fan should come on. I think it's 40, 45, 50. Okay, it turns on at 50. Okay. Bed heater work. Okay. bed's heating up. Okay. Chamber heater is... I'm not going to turn the chamber heater on because I don't want to play with that yet. I know it's not on. Okay. How do you check your Z offset? In Duet. Duet. Z offset. Okay. Test and calibrate a Z probe. Okay. Apply power to the printer. Okay. If the probe needs to be deployed, okay. Z probe, if applicable, but not close enough to the bed to trigger it, check the Z probe is reading into it. Okay, it does work. If your Z probe is the type that produces a continuous output when triggered, for example, IR, inductive, blah, blah, hold a surface below, cause it to trigger. Okay, yep, we've already done that. Z probe, okay. So dynamic test, apply power to the printer. Okay, calibrate Z trigger height. Okay, okay. Cancel end. Okay, we've to the center of the bed. Okay, jog down until the nozzle down and just check the bed. If the firmware doesn't let you check. Okay, so we got to go down till we touch. Okay, let me get my paper. This will work. So we've got to come down. How come I only have -1 for X for my Z? You think Z would be more precise? What's going on here? Why do I not have like 0.1s for the Z? I got it for the XY. System, general, it's machine specific thing. Machine specific. Spindle RPM. We don't have a spindle. We don't have that. Feed rate, communication. What? Right click it. Let me right click it. Oh! 0.1 millimeter. 1 millimeter. 10, 50. Oh, I did not know that. There you go. Cool. Okay. Well. Okay, so that's touching right there. Cool. Okay. The firmware doesn't. Okay. Once you have the nozzle touch bed, send the command J92Z0 to tell the firmware that the head is at 0. Okay. Control V. Send. Okay. Jog the head up. System editor. Okay, so wait. In the Duet, go to settings, system editor, and save the config.g file. Set the Z parameter in the G31 command to the trigger height that was reported. Save your file. What? Move it up 5 to 10 millimeters. Okay. Why do they make this hard? Why are you making this hard, Rerouting? Why not just have a single command that just has, hey, this is now Z0. Okay. Okay. That is not what I wanted it to be. What the frick? Oh, at the height. Okay. Using it all. Okay. What? .85. What are you doing? Time check. Yeah, like what the fuck, Rerouting firmware? Like literally copy the shit from Clipper. Just do it. Clipper's open source. Steal Clipper Z offset calibration instead of your janky ass shit you currently have. It's one command. It's just done. It just does it. Why do you got this whole like thing here? What the heck? Whatever. We'll figure it out later. It's annoying. I don't like it. What the frick, Rerouting? Thought you were supposed to be awesome. I gotta go get my kid. I'll figure it out later. Whatever. Check the calibration menu. Yeah, whatever. We'll figure it out later. I gotta go get the little guy. Okay, let me close all these windows. Close all these So if you haven't entered, you have like 2 minutes to enter for your chance to win some filament from Polymaker. Every stream, we give away a spool of filament for Polymaker. Oh, jeez. Stefan, jumping the gun. He's got his P1. Look at that thing shake. Look at that thing shake. Oh, he's got it on foam. Can't wake the baby. Then why'd you get a P1P? Oh wait, because we're reviewing it. Yeah, everyone, the reviewers are starting to get their P1Ps. Mine's on the way, so that will be Friday stream. Hopefully, if it shows up in time, Friday. Actually, if it shows up tomorrow, today's what, Tuesday? There will be no stream Saturday this week. There is no Saturday stream this week, okay? So there might be a makeup stream for that on Thursday night. I don't know for sure yet. We'll see. It'd be like a late evening Thursday night stream, like 7 or 8 p.m. type thing. If it does happen, join the Discord, pay attention. If it does happen, you'll be notified there. And Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at 3dpnero. Yes, I know Twitter's going to shit, but whatever. I'm not going to jump onto whatever random new alternative. I thought we were all going to Mastodon. Now everyone's talking about Hive. I don't know about you, but all these, fly by night suddenly appearing out of nowhere social medias. Yeah, I expect a news story about a month from one of these just stealing everyone's info. So I ain't going to no single new social media anytime soon. Like I fully expect one of these startups is going to steal everyone's info. Why not? Okay, let's do this giveaway. I don't even know what P1P stands for. They're sending me one. It's on the way, but I don't know what P1P stands for. They didn't tell me. They're just like, hey, do you want one? I'm like, yeah, sure. And they're like, okay. Same address? Yeah, okay, it's on the way. That's literally the extent of my interaction with them. Oh, and they asked for my account, my Bamboo account, so they can make sure I have access to it or whatever. So yeah, I'm like, personalized one printer. Oh, okay, I mean, that makes sense. So this was stream, what stream was it, 7? We're gonna do a part 8. Give me a number between 1 and 8, because this is gonna take a part 8 now. Your number between 1 and 8. 3, that's a number. 1, 2, 3. Let's spin this. And remember, if you don't win, you can always just, go link in the description and buy some Polymaker filament. It's good stuff. Mitch 3D. Congratulations, Mitch 3D. Wait, is that who I think it is? Congratulations. You'll get an email from me after the stream ends. You gotta fill out a little form. Once you're done filling out that form, you'll get your filament in a couple days to a couple weeks, depending on where you live in the world. So at Mitch 3D. I don't know if he's in chat. At Mitch 3D. Yeah, there you go. Hey, congrats. Sweet. Let me just pull up your information to make sure you're a real human being. Yes, you are. There we go. Sweet. Let me copy that down to my super secret notepad so I don't lose it in the next 2 minutes. There we go. Cool. So everyone, golf claps in chat for Mitch. So yeah, I'm not gonna fault. I'm not gonna fault SecKit for the issue we had today with the servo. This is an MKS issue. I reasonably can't expect a vendor to check every stepper motor and driver that ships with their kits if it's a commercial off-the-shelf item, especially for smaller companies. It's just not viable. So yes, we did have issues with this. I do not hold SecKit responsible for this. This could have happened to any kit. It could have been any kit, could have a bad driver. It's just, nature of the beast with DIY 3D printers and electronics. Sometimes shit just broke, okay? So I don't hold them, I'm not holding this against them. Yeah, so we'll get this printing next stream, hopefully. And we'll carry on from there. Like, this thing is tanky AF. Like, once we get this built up with the enclosure, I probably will use this for some higher temp shenanigans stuff. We'll see. Got a project coming up where I got to test some high strength filaments, so we'll see how that's, if this is in that state by then. But yeah, Easy to fix. I will say, swap, you know, what do? We ripped out the stepper motors, swapped them different drivers in like half an hour. Easy peasy. Okay, so we're gonna call it there. I gotta go pick up the little guy at school. Yeah, shout out to SecKit for providing this kit for this build series. Almost there, one more to go. We'll get it printing next stream. Shout out to Polymaker for the spool filament that we give away every stream. And shout out to you folks. Yes, you. I would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create without your continued support. So thank you to everyone who donated to the stream, gifted memberships to others, or became a member of the channel yourselves. It goes a long way in helping support everything. This is my job and this is what I do. What was the servo part? It's the MKS 42C. I'm assuming, because stepper motors are dumb. They either work or they don't. But for the issue we had, and then considering the fact the moment we bypass this, it works. I'm assuming we have a faulty MKS 42C driver. So yeah, we're gonna call it there. It's Tuesday. Enjoy the rest of your week. Be safe out there. Wash your hands. I will see you Friday, potentially Thursday, but not Saturday. Bye.